everyone, welcome to Mondays with Yana. Remember, here we'll have some conversations, sometimes it will be an interview. So you could use these recordings to practice your listening skills, or if you have someone to practice your English with, you can practice the speaking skills, or if you're more creative, you can even do some writing. So what's today's topic, Diego?
Today's topic is travel.
Okay.
First question, where would you like to go on vacation?
Where would I like to go on vacation? I still love to travel a lot in Mexico, so I would like to go to a Mexican beach. I think the first place on my list would be Huatulco, because it's calm and it's very beautiful. They have turtles, and I would like to take my daughter Lisa to a beach to enjoy everything that the beach can give us. What about you, Diego? Where would you like to go?
I would love to go to Serbia.
Okay, why Serbia?
You already know that. I would love to go to Serbia because because of you, because I tried in Slovenia Serbian food and I absolutely loved it. I fell in love with it, and one of my dreams is to go to Serbia and have Serbian food in Serbia.
Come on, stomach is the one who chooses. I mean, you would really only go because of the food, or are you interested in something else?
Well, sure, the culture, visiting the place, it's ex-Yugoslavia, so part of what your country was. But the top thing would be, I'm sorry, the food.
Okay.
All right, question number 2. Tell me, what are some things you always take with you on a trip?
Well, money is kind of useful. Passport if you go abroad. Sunblock always, because my skin is very sensitive, so I get easily sunburned. Some homeopathic medicine. My MP3. My phone. I think that would be it. I mean, of not so needed things, but that I always take them with.
Ask me a different question. That was not very good.
What was your best trip so far?
Wow, my best trip so far.
Or top 3?
Can I just tell you one of my best?
Okay.
One of my best trips was to Brazil.
I knew it.
When we went to the World Cup 2014, I believe. And we actually won the trip for free in a price in a supermarket. And it was amazing. Amazing to go to the World Cup if you're a soccer fan like me, to be able to see Mexico play against Brazil in Brazil. It was absolutely amazing, and we were able to go, as you remember, in a really nice cruise, and it was really unbelievable.
It was actually a luxury, a dream trip, no, because it was really pricey, not the trip.
That's
I mean,
right.
for us it was for free, but the value of the price was really high.
Yeah. How about you?
My favorite trip?
Yeah.
Also several, but I would have to say, well,
One of your favorite?
One of my favorite was the trip to Costa Rica, because it was our honeymoon.
Oh yeah.
And it was really, it was romantic, and it was a package, and it was really well thought. We had to suffer with jacuzzis. There was we could enjoy a lot of moments in the nature with the animals that are not that common in Slovenia or Mexico to see, with the delicious food. And we were just, I mean, we are not in crowded place. The point was for us to be together and to enjoy it. So that was a very special trip for me. And I'm not offended that you didn't mention it.
No. I mean, I want to mention, if you're honest and you tell your viewers that you loved the trip like I did, but you are less interested in nature and
Oh my
the
God.
animals. The thing is, I love it, and I loved seeing all the little birds and the butterflies
That
and the
wasn't-
reptiles. And it was a little bit too much for you.
Yeah, it was a little bit. It was a moment of desperation.
Desperation.
Desperation when used for what, 100 meters? Like an hour and a half, turning around every single leaf, watching all the worms, all the
Well,
insects.
no worms.
And next, yeah, and next to you, you were just freshly married, you know, so it was, it was a little bit upsetting and boring, but let's leave it. I mean, the rest was okay.
All right. Speaking about packages, you mentioned packages. Do you prefer package tours or making your own trip?
Well, it all depends. Sometimes it's just more convenient that you don't need to worry about where to go, where to sleep, where to eat. That everything is arranged for you, and you just switch off and you enjoy. But sometimes, especially if your wishes are very different to common wishes of the tourists, then it's better that you decide what will you do, where will you stay, where will you eat. But I think it all depends on circumstances. No, sometimes it can be very tiring and hectic. No, if you have to be thinking about all these things. Maybe it's easier if you already know the place quite well. For example, whenever we go to Oaxaca, that we love, I don't mind if we decide there where we would eat and where we would stay, because we know the place. But if it's new, or if you are in a hurry, and if you have very few days to see the things and to do the things, then it can be stressful.
I agree. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. Where did you spend your last vacation, and what did you do?
It was in Cholula here in Mexico, where it was really, I love this place, because there's a lot of history there. I don't know, there were different things for my soul. Even though I'm not a super religious person, but it's interesting that there are many churches in that place. And we did a city tour, and they took us to two of the churches, no, and to show them to us. Then we saw a factory of a sparkling wine that was really delicious. I mean, we only saw the entrance of the factory, but we did try out different wines. That was the most important.
Delicious. You mean the cider?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then we saw the pyramids that are in Cholula, the biggest pyramids. And there were also voladores de Papantla, also something very typical from Mexico. You have to see it if you come to Mexico.
If I can explain a little bit of that, this is Papantla, a place in Veracruz, and basically there was this really tall wooden pole, and these, I'm not sure if they're 5 people, they climb to the top, and then this thing on the top part is spinning, and then they start hanging from these structures, and they start like letting go of the rope little by little. It's hanging from or tied to their leg, I believe, and then they start going lower and lower, and eventually they reach the ground.
That was it. And I also liked going up to the church. There's a church that is built on the top of the pyramid, and it was quite tiring and it was hot, so I really enjoyed that glass of water on the top of the pyramid. That was also a good experience. We also were able to swim in an hacienda. How do you say it in English?
Hacienda.
Hacienda, okay. Yeah. And you and Lisa were able to get some lemons there, right?
Yep.
Well, we did many interesting things. I loved going to the market. I loved eating the traditional sweets that are borrachitos and camotes.
I would like to mention the food at a restaurant called, do you remember the name of the restaurant was Frida's House, or the House of Frida, I believe. Beautiful, beautiful restaurant, very colorful, and of course with a lot of images and photos and paintings of Frida, and delicious food. I'm sorry, Yana,
service.
but we are out of time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, just if you go to Cholula, it's a must. You have to go to that restaurant.
Bye.
Bye.